If you are an online coach or a practitioner, bad or even mediocre marketing can completely prevent you from growing your business. So here are 4 marketing mistakes that you really don't want to make that I see people that I work with often making. The first and most common mistake is not designing or positioning your services in a way that addresses problems that are specific and valuable. So what I mean by that is you want to make sure that you design and position at least one offering that is addressing a specific problem for a specific person, and you have that structured in a way where you can charge a decent price point like $2,000 or more. This doesn't mean you can't have other services, but this is going to be key in order to do enough to generate leads. Now, the second mistake you do not want to make is getting subpar testimonials. So one of the most common mistakes I see people making when I work with them is just saying, hey, can you write me a testimonial? When you ask people that way, they're just going to ramble on and it's not going to address specifics. Again, specifics are always key. So you want to ask people to write you testimonials that specifically speak to how you help them with the specific problems that you center in your marketing. So say you are someone working in functional medicine and you specifically help someone with digestive issues. Ask them to write a testimonial about how you help them improve their specific digestive issue in 1 to 2 sentences. You can even write something up and ask them to approve that testimonial, but you want to make sure your testimonials are specific. Before continuing, if you are an online coach or a practitioner who wants to generate more leads and clients and build an online beautiful brand without selling your soul and doing stuff that feels out of alignment, make sure to click the links below and learn more about how I can help you out. Okay, so the third mistake that you do not want to make is avoiding ads. So yes, some people won't need to rely on ads. Maybe you just have tons of followers, you have tons of word of mouth referrals, but that's really, really rare. 95 out of 100 coaches or practitioners are going to have to rely on some ads to generate a predictable source of leads in 2025 and beyond. So what you want to look into is Instagram ads, Meta ads, potentially other platforms like YouTube, Google, maybe LinkedIn, but really Instagram and Meta ads are going to be the platforms that will be the best bang for your buck and will allow you to predictably bring in leads. But one thing about ads is you do need to have a good online presence. You need to have good services that are validated. But if you have those things in place, ads can be a complete game changer. Now, the other big mistake you do not want to make is have bad or even mediocre content and a social media presence. I was actually talking to someone on a discovery call about this recently, and I said to him, there's so much competition out there. And the only way you will stand out from that competition is you can't have any mistakes in any of these areas. So you have to have an amazing looking Instagram page. You have to have a really great website. You have to have good content. And then of course, you have to have a great service and you have to have testimonials. But if you don't have great social media content, if you don't have a good website, that is just going to be something early on that's going to lead someone to say, well, I'm going to go with the other person who does have that because that looks more professional. Now, your content and your website isn't going to be enough on its own to grow most people's businesses, but you cannot mess up in that area. Okay, so those are 4 of the biggest mistakes in the marketing area that I see coaches and online practitioners making. If you're looking for more help getting leads and clients and building a beautiful online brand in an aligned way, make sure to check out the links below and don't forget to like and subscribe.